About time England won a World Cup, innit?
You are watching and listening to Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV. Watch us on YouTube. Listen on your favourite podcast platform. Or ask your smart speaker to play the podcast Leicester Till I Die.
Subscribe, like, follow, and join in now.
You're watching Leicester Till I Die TV.
And it's live.
Good evening. How the devil are we all? Miss me? Yeah. Like piles, and let's be honest with you, they're a pain in the arse as well. I am back. England aren't though. Yes. What can I say? It could have ruined my weekend in London, seeing my family. I've got to be honest with you, it didn't. Actually, having to walk very, very close to West Ham's new stadium probably ruined the whole weekend for me. Oh, he's not watching. It's safe. Don't worry about that. But this is Leicester Till I Die TV. It's Argentina versus Croatia. It is the first semi-final of the 2022 World Cup. Get your thoughts in the chat, who you want to win, and your score predictions, and I'll be taking a note of them. Well, let's say straight after this. It is the Watchalong show.
This is the Leicester Till I Die Watch Along show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
It is, and please do, if you are new, and there's only a few of you in at the moment, but if you are new, please do subscribe. And you know what I'm going to say. If you subscribed, please smash that like button. It really does help. It really does help. Niall is in. Good evening, Niall. How the devil are you, sir? Hope you are well. Let's go, indeed. Let's go. Everybody. Showing my age there. Nate, good evening. And showing the fact that I can't sing as well. How are you? Welcome along. And Shane is in. Hello, sir. How are you? Let me know your score predictions. I'll get mine in before Blue Cake comes in because I'm going 3-1 to Argentina. If you saw the review show last night I did with Doug and Dan, that's just my luck. It's the only double D I ever get in my life, and it's Doug and Dan. Anyway, moving on. You know I'm not impressed with Croatia, but we will come to that in a second. Wow. Well, I'll tell you what, like I say, I didn't actually watch the match live, the England game, because I was, well, I did watch it live. I was at my daughter's and her partner's flat in London, having been to see ABBA that day. And all I can say is that tonight, of course, the winner takes it all. Yes. But whatever you do, do not say that this World Cup has been about money, money, money. Because I would just have to say you are so wrong. I have a dream that England might get it back one day. Who knows? Take a chance on me and go and have a bet on it. We'll come back with more ABBA songs later. Oh, no, he says. No. Nate says Argentina to get revenge for the loss at the last World Cup. You've gone 2-1. Okay, Nate, let me write that down. And Shane has also gone 2-1 as well. And I did think from a distance there, I thought you put a couple of kisses at the end, Shane, which would have been very nice of you, but a little bit confusing. I'm not going to lie. Oh, so, okay. Well, I said that I thought Brazil were going to win it overall when I did my predictions. I did kind of say Argentina as well. But I completely went off Brazil when they had that stupid dance, and it took them sort of 10 minutes to celebrate every goal. They'd have a samba dance and all this shit that it's part of the tradition. Bollocks! It was rubbing it in to, was it the Switzerland they were playing on that game? But they were rubbing it in to the opposition's face. To do that, then have a normal sort of celebration, as normal as celebrations are these days. Then go over to the manager and celebrate with him. I mean, it was a fucking joke. So I'm glad Brazil are out, but what a World Cup it's been. I mean, if you'd have said, that with the semi-finals, who was going to get knocked out, you'd have said I was having a laugh, wouldn't you? Well, let's just have a look at this here. Let me just get with my little friend there, Mini-Me, and let me bring it in here. Here we go. So this is how this World Cup has played out. And of course, we just had the quarterfinals last week. And Argentina, like I say, are beating Croatia. Croatia somehow managed to beat Brazil. And I don't know how. I mean, okay, everybody's saying, look, come on. They couldn't go toe-to-toe with Brazil. I used to say that about, Leicester could not go toe-to-toe with Manchester City, but 6 years ago, we won the Premier League. So, I mean, get real, guys. If you're a Croatia fan, let's be honest with you, you don't give a shit. You really don't give a shit how you got to the final if you win it. And I understand that totally. But from a neutral's point of view, Croatia do not deserve to be there. They do not. And as much as I don't like Brazil for the way that they celebrated, I'd sooner them have gone through than Croatia. I really, really would. I can't. One shot on goal, which was one shot on target all game in a World Cup quarter-final in which you are supposed to be one of the best 8 teams in the world. That is just bollocks. That is rubbish. Totally rubbish. And I hope Croatia get their arse spanked tonight. I really, really do. David is in. Good evening, David. Thank you for joining us. Get your predictions in. So, quick reminder of what happened in the last round. Unfortunately, guys, we do have to do this. So, Croatia basically parked the bus, had one shot all game. We're very, very lucky to get a goal. Took it to penalties, and of course, with penalties, it's anybody's game. So the one team that doesn't deserve to be here, Netherlands. Wow, going out to Argentina. I was watching that. I was traveling down to London. I was on the National Express bus, and I didn't even think that I could get it on my phone, and I was watching some series I'm watching on it, and I thought, oh shit, I wonder. And I caught the last few minutes, and I saw it was 2-1 to Argentina with about 30 seconds to go. I'm like, it's over. And I should have known. I'm my own worst enemy. I should have known better, shouldn't I? But went to penalties. Argentina went through. So I'd love Messi to win it. I really would. As much as I don't like Argentina, there's several teams I don't like that have pissed me off over the years. Remember, folks, I'm 61, so I've got a lot more time to get pissed off than a lot of you. But, Germany for obvious reasons, Scotland for obvious reasons, Argentina for obvious reasons. And no, people say, oh, it's the Falklands War. No, it's not. It's the hand of God and the cheating little Diego's drug-sniffing despot. I mean, everybody says, oh, he was the world's greatest footballer. No, he was not. Maradona was not the world's greatest footballer. He was a very naughty boy. Monty Python reference there. He was a cheat. And in my life, all this Gary Lineker saying like, oh, giving him all the praise, match of the day or BT, I think it was after he passed. Bollocks. He cheated. That's all he is. So well done to Argentina, though, for Messi's sake, because I'd love him to get it just to rub Ronaldo's nose in it. Morocco beating Portugal, bye-bye Ronaldo. Yeah, need I add more? I don't like Portugal because of that twat. And it goes back to, when he tripped Wayne Rooney he did, didn't he? He tripped Wayne Rooney and he winked. Yeah, no, I didn't mispronounce that. He winked at the camera. That says it all. That really, really says it all. Again, what a cheat he is. If you're going to be the best players in the world, do so on skill, judgment. Don't do it on cheating. Ronaldo, it's all about Ronaldo. Even his teammates hate him, and that's why he started back on the bench. And well done to the guy, the manager that dropped him to the bench. That was fun, wasn't it? But I've got to say, Morocco, oh my God. I mean, I came out of Abba Voyage and my sister with my daughter, my daughter's boyfriend sent me a text, and I thought he was joking. I'm like, what? Oh, don't be silly. Yeah, it was true. So well done, Morocco. If it's not to be Argentina, then please let it be Morocco. I mean, they've been saying for years that an African team is going to win it. And I mean, when you look how many African players are playing for the top teams in the top divisions all throughout Europe, it's got to happen sometimes, and Morocco, they're not AFCON champions at the moment. But I'd love to see them do it. I really would. And then, of course, England, France. You know what? And I will say this now. Anybody who comes on here and has a go at Harry Kane will get timed out. We'll get a 5-minute timeout, because I think these people that sit there and go, oh, he shouldn't have missed that and all this, that, and the other, haven't got the bollocks to even. They're not good enough to lace his shoes up. And I'm not a Kane fan. I actually tweeted to Kane afterwards when he put his apology out. I said, don't you're bigger than this. Come on, these things happen. We all know that for when you play for England. Don't worry, you'll play Leicester soon. Get your normal 2 and you'll be back on top of the world, because he always gets a couple of goals against us. So I'm not his biggest fan. But who else would you have wanted to go up and take that penalty? Nobody. Because if somebody else had gone up and taken that penalty, then you would have been moaning, ew, why didn't Harry Kane take it? There's something about English fans that we have to moan. We cannot not moan, can we? And, we got glass half full. No, glass half empty, England fans. Do you know what? Because you look at, we got to a European final, a European Cup final. Oh, we should have won it. Yeah, well, maybe we should have done, but we didn't. But where were things then? Like, for fuck's sake, that was the first final we'd been in since 1966. Oh, no. We're England. We're better than everybody else. Alert, we're not. And teams like Morocco and what have you are going to prove that as good as all the other teams are, the big teams, the Argentinas, the Brazil, the top European teams, they're all up there. We're not improving because we've got probably as good as we're ever going to get. But the teams below are catching this up, just like the Premier League, They did, Terry. I did wonder what you were on about, to be honest with you. But there we go. David's gone 2-0 to Argentina and said, I don't think Croatia have shown much. They have not. What are you going for? Terry, on sort of the score wise? Let's have a look how these teams got here. This is Croatia. And now, to be honest with you, like I said, I don't think there's a luckier team that is in the semi-finals. I don't think they earned their place. You could argue, quite rightly, that they deserve to be there because they are there, and the table doesn't lie, the tournament doesn't lie, and it's a fair point. But from my opinion, and this is only my opinion, you guys do not have to agree with me. The chat is there for you to put your own point of view across, and I'm more than happy. Well, I do. I read them out. Football is all about opinions. In my opinion, they are lucky. I mean, they could only draw with Morocco in the first game. Okay, at that point, we didn't exactly know how good Morocco were going to be. They beat Canada 4-1, but Canada are officially the second worst team in the world. Second worst team in the World Cup. So that doesn't really mean much. And they managed to draw with Belgium, who... again, when you look at how Belgium have performed, maybe they should have won that one. They then managed to not be able to beat Japan in 90 minutes or even 120 minutes. Maybe they should have done. I don't know. Japan, they're good, so maybe that was a fair result. Went to penalties, and let's face it, Japan's penalties were awful. They really, really were. I'm just so glad that Japan haven't had to meet Spain, and that goes to penalties. Otherwise, we could still be watching it now. And then, like I said, that awful game against Brazil. Brazil obviously got themselves to blame, but we know it's penalties. You know what it's like. England, we're fans of England. We know what penalties are like. And I just felt like Croatia probably played for penalties, if I'm honest with you. And I think that's wrong. It's a gamble, and in a way, I wish they'd done that and they'd gone out, but they didn't. They're still in. So there we go. Anthony's in. Good evening, Anthony. How are you? Looking forward to the game. Can't beat a good semi. To be honest with you, Anthony, it's been that many years. I would not know. I really wouldn't. But then again, you see, not unlike you, I'm not a super trooper, Anthony. There you go. One of us is going to have to get a semi. Two, one after the other. What do you think? Get your score prediction in, Terry. Okay, how did Argentina get here? Well, what a start they had. It was awful, wasn't it? Who would have thought going in? And there has been those first game shocks before, but they lost to Saudi Arabia. And you're thinking like, well, hang on, is an Arab country going to sort of come through this time and do well? No, they didn't. But they managed to beat Argentina 2-1. Again, it was very disappointing from Argentina because at the end of the day, for me, when you are playing in the third-ranked team in the world, you should not be going offside. You should know how to play the offside trap. And Argentina didn't. Now, whether they were caught cold or not, I don't know. But they lost to Saudi Arabia. They then they ruined my World Cup, Argentina, because they were part of the reason that Mexico went out without us ever actually seeing that away strip. I'm going to have to go have a look and see if it's online in the sale somewhere. Never got to see the Brazil away strip. The players are in the tunnel, by the way. And then they beat a very, very poor Poland 2-0. So not probably one of the easiest groups to get out of. The fact that you lose the first game and then you're able to go on and beat the other two teams so convincingly, well, I say convincingly, obviously only 2-0, but the way they played, it sums it up. Anthony's giggling. 3-0, is that your score prediction or is that just 3 smiles? They then beat Australia 2-1. You could argue they were lucky to get through that because Australia gave them a fright and went ahead. But you know what? For me, they were lucky, and I felt a bit sorry for Australia. They gave it their all. And then Holland, well, 2-2. 2-2. A bit of a Desmond, obviously. I don't think we'd had many Desmonds in this World Cup, but it went 2-2, and fair play to Holland. They looked dead and buried. They came back, and Burnley fans are sat there thinking, if only bloody Weghorst could do that for Burnley. He'll probably come back to Burnley if they get promoted. That was what he didn't want to do, was play in the second tier, but fair play to him. You know, in a way, I think he's Holland's top goal scorer in this World Cup. Went to penalties, and at least we had it was 4-3. At least we had a decent penalty shootout on that one, and that's how they taken the wrong thing out. I'll leave me in. What I say, come on, get some predictions in. I've gone 3-1 to Argentina. Niall's gone 2-1 to Argentina. Shane, did you go 2-1 as well? Yes, you did, I do believe. You did, indeed. And David went 2-0 to Argentina. So nobody's back in the Croats. Interesting. Normal rules, obviously, of the watch-along apply. I'll add in Rhys as soon as he gets here. And Ash is in. Good evening, Ash. All I want to mention, the elephant in the room, we lost to France because Leicester Till I Die was off air. Oh dear. Kane would have scored that second penalty if you were streaming. Indeed. Yeah, I know what I do feel a little bit of responsibility. I do feel like because I wasn't here that maybe I was facing my Waterloo. But you know, what can I say? I felt it slipping through my fingers when I was watching it. Thanks, Ash. Nice to have you back. That made me giggle. Anthony's gone 2-1 to Argentina as well. This is a popular score, as Nate said. And it is popular, Nate. It is popular. Croatia, in fairness, have got for me the defender of the tournament. And I've not written his name down, so I can't remember what he's called. You know what I'm like with names. I'm absolutely shit at them. But Garvidol, absolutely brilliant. I've seen him play. Obviously not seen him play. I've seen him play on the TV, and he is very, very good. I'm sure he will get a move to the Premier League. I believe there are already teams sniffing round him, so we will wait and see on that. We will wait and see. A little bit sad not watching England. I'm going to be honest with you, although obviously that would have been tomorrow night. But you know, we're England. As my Arsenal supporting son-in-law to be kept saying, it's the hope that kills you. It so is. She was a lovely girl when she was younger, Hope, but you know, there we go. I know. All right, I know. You don't have to tell me. Should we just play it once more, just to make ourselves feel better, shall we?
It's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming. Football's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming. Football's coming home.
Oh no, oh no. do behave.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist that. Chris, did you mention the other fan you know? No. I'm sorry, Anthony. Arsenal, it didn't really rub too much in, but we did have a bit of banter, but it was more England. I've got to be honest with you. On the first night when I got there, he was out on his staff Christmas do, so I didn't really see him at all there. But I know a Bristol Rovers fan, I think, Anthony, but I don't know an Arsenal fan. Travis is in. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good day, wherever you are from. Welcome along. He's going 1-0 to Argentina. Nobody's going at all for Croatia. Travis, I've not seen you before, but you are very welcome. If you are new, please feel free. I think I'm one off the 1.58. I'm trying to get to 1.6. I'm one off the 1.58. So if you are new, please do subscribe. And don't forget that if you have subscribed, all you need to do is click that like button, and that helps the channel just as much. I sound begging, don't I? But yeah, I guess I am.
Santa's coming to town! Oh my God! Santa here? I know him.
Merry Christmas.
Indeed, and the teams are just lining up. Remember, normal rules of the chat. Wait, if you see it on the graphic, you can talk about it. Anything before that, because we've just kicked off. Any announcements about what's going on, and you get timed out. Look, I'm disappointed as an England fan. This guy's been disappointed so many times. One team didn't get there, two of his teams didn't get there, and the other team got knocked out. So he's probably feeling worse than me, which means I won't get bantered. Rhys, good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for the honorary introduction of sorts. What can I say? It's a masterpiece. How you doing?
I'm all right. You were very loud for a minute there, but I think you've calmed down now.
Maybe it's the banter me trying to escape.
I think the fact that this is a bit worrying that I've seen England sort of lose and fail so many times that I wasn't upset about it at the end. I'm thinking like, well, you know it was going to happen, you know. But
yeah,
at least went out to the current world champions. That's something, eh?
Yeah, very true. And I don't want to sound like a bit of a broken record or anything, but I did say this the last time I was on your channel. I'm not here to banter you. Funnily enough, I've not bantered England once since they got eliminated, but I've said it like the whole way through that you had a great start to the tournament, like the win against Iran. You had that the game where I thought you were quite fortunate against the Americans, which I said to you, and obviously you swept the Welsh side after a very dismal first half. Against Senegal, good result, but it didn't really look like you were really being pushed to a level where you can rise to like that next level. And when you played France, it's the same circumstance where you got tested, you got a good goal back. I disagreed with the second penalty, even though Kane skied it, which I was very surprised by. But you just didn't rise to that level. And I can see why you said you didn't feel the pain, because I think the most common thing you can say yourself as an England fan yourself is you ain't bloody surprised.
No. But, I mean, as I say, I'm a Leicester fan, so I'm used to it in the Premier League, you know, and you are, even as a Man United fan, you're used to it a few years ago. So it is, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'd sooner be an England fan who's just been knocked out of the World Cup than a Ukrainian fan who's trying to avoid the bombs dropping down on my head. So, you know, there's worse things going on out there. And
very true.
I just think, like, we didn't go down without a whimper. And I'm not blaming the referee, because he's bad for both sides, but he was awful, the referee. I actually think he got the first penalty right, because I think he was just outside. And so I think that was right. Was it a free kick to Saka? for their first goal, whatever, it was a fantastic goal at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And Kane, he stood up and he took the penalty. He had to do something different because he's up against his teammate in goal. So he's going to know, Loris is going to know what he's going to do. He went the same way as for the first one. And it was just, he tried to go high. And unfortunately, he went too high. But if he hadn't stepped up to take it and somebody else did, then that would have been, you would have been complaining about that. So,
Very true. And that's
English fans like to complain. Our glass is always half empty. I said that at the start. Glass is never half full.
Yeah. But I was just like, I just said it to you from an honest perspective. I just saw it coming a mile off. And it's funny how we spoke about it briefly when we done the Portugal watch along. We on the show agreed on the same three players that were actually, and to a degree, the decisive part of the game. Obviously, Mbappe didn't score, but we said Mbappe would cause a threat. We said Giroud was going to be a problem up front. And then we also discussed Antoine Griezmann, who was by far, for me, man of the match.
Griezmann played very well. Giroud, he just seems to sort of get those important goals, doesn't he? For me, Mbappe, I thought was a shadow of himself. I don't think Walker. I think he marshalled him very well.
I was very surprised by it. I'll be honest with you, but I like the fact that take on that he done with Walker, though, like the way he deceived him. I did quite like that, to be fair, but I want to see a bit more of a battle.
Stop it 100%, but hey, there we go. It'll make it even more interesting when we win it next time. I may not be alive to see it, but what we do before we start, two things. First of all, score prediction while it's still 0-0.
I would like to see Croatia get to the final, but I don't think they are. I think how they did in the quarterfinals against the Dutch, even though they should have won the game in 90 minutes, I think Argentina will look to try and escape that sort of issues before, but I think this is going to go very close again. I'm going to say 2-1 to Argentina, but I would not be surprised if this goes to extra time and penalties. And I think if it does do that, I'm not going to change my prediction.
No.
But I think if it does go to extra time, a logical man says Croatia are going to the World Cup final for the second time in a row.
Yes. I don't like Croatia at all because I think they've been the luckiest team ever to be where they are in the semi-finals. They couldn't, they could only beat Morocco. At the time, we didn't know how good they were, of course. Okay, they beat Canada, but then they're the second worst team in the tournament. Knowing how bad Belgium were, you would have expected them to beat them. They couldn't beat Japan and had to go to penalties. And then they had one shot on target in 120 minutes in a semi-final. And to me, that's disgusting. And they played for penalties. They got penalties and they were very lucky. I don't like Argentina, but it's the lesser of two evils for me. So I've gone 3-1 to Argentina. 2-1 is actually to Argentina the most popular prediction. Nobody's gone for Croatia yet. But,
I think eventually people will. I'm not sure how it's going to turn out, but ideally, I'd like to see Argentina get to the final because they are a team that likes to play good football.
Yeah.
Croatia are not a bad team. They play to their strengths, but it's not everyone's cup of tea.
No.
I can understand. I can understand they've got to play how they've got to play because even though they've got some quality players in there, there must be something in there that says we are just not good enough to go for that jugular. We would rather play out where we can exhaust teams and then in penalties. We know we've got that extra of that. We're extremely fit team. They've got that. They don't have the fear of being tired in a shootout. They always look like they've got extra energy in a penalty shootout, and so. But it is interesting.
And I mean, I'm just watching him there now. My defender of the tournament is the Croatian Godovic. I thought, however you pronounce it.
Are you talking about the centre back?
Yes.
Yeah, Vardiol, Leipzig defender.
Yes, that's him.
He's phenomenal. Two of the Croatian defenders are actually in my team in the tournament.
Well, which is why I'm surprised that they haven't been playing better, if you like, Doug has popped in. Good evening, Doug. I hope you're well. I noticed you've cancelled your show. I did message you. I don't think I can do it now, but I did say if you wanted me to share to your screen, to your channel again, I could have done that again for you. But you obviously didn't see it in time, mate. But hope everything is all well with you having to cancel. Hope, nothing too untoward has happened.
Yeah.
Naz is in. Hello, sir. How are you? Hope you are well. Score predictions. It's not too late. It's still 0-0, so you can go for your score predictions. I'm at 8 minutes 27, Rhys. I don't know what you're on at the moment.
Bit behind because I'm on a stream. We'll just leave it at that. I know Doug wants a Croatia-Morocco final, so I'll be expecting a prediction for Croatia win from him very soon.
He might be the first one to go for a Croatia win tonight. But then again, he is... Oh, no, he's not bottom of the prediction league at the moment, in fairness.
They finally get off that? Did they finally get off the bottom of the barrel?
Yeah. He's dropped down to the bottom, which probably is not much of a surprise anyway.
True.
Oh, Naz is going 3-1 to Croatia. Whoa. Wow, that's a bold prediction.
I'll be surprised if Croatia know how to score 3 goals, and it's no disrespect to them, but they don't score a lot of goals. But it'd be funny if they turn it up now. If they do it now in this semi-final, then fair fucking play. I've got to say, if I was a Croatian fan, I wouldn't give a dog's bollocks how the team got there. If it was 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, it would not bother me. Don't get me wrong. And if they win it, congratulations to them. I just would have preferred to see somebody that played more football and at least give it a go. Do you know what I mean? And I understand what you mean. Yeah,
and they might have to in this one. It'd be interesting to see that if Argentina can score first, that might just put basically make them have to go and play football and attack.
Yeah. One thing I will say though is I'm not happy with some of the selections of the Argentina coach. Obviously, I'm not happy that Lisandro Martinez is not playing. I don't know why he doesn't play him. And the fact that Molina again is starting at right back is ridiculous. I said it to Doug at work yesterday, funnily enough. I was saying, I'm like, it's the wrong right back. It should be Montiel. Like he's a proper right back. It's bollocks that he's playing him. He's not even that good, that Molina. But
there are plenty of managers out there that have left the fans baffled.
True.
I mean, I'm sure. I know far be it for me to say James Maddison's selection was a publicity stunt, but what can I say?
Well, he's buggered his chances now of actually playing at a tournament. Now he could have played for Ireland.
I did say to him that if he wasn't picked this time, well, not say to him personally, but I did mention it on the show that maybe he should consider going for Ireland.
He did. You mentioned it when we done the Portugal game, but it's too late now.
Yeah. Doug has said Montiel is suspended.
Oh, that's ridiculous. So they're having to play him, Molina, because Montiel, you're a flaming fud.
Argentina's lineup is very conservative. Would have loved to see Di Maria. They do have 2 wing-backs out with yellows, though.
I agree. I think Di Maria should have started. I don't think they've got a lot of creativity in that team. Once again, it's purely relying on Messi, and they've got Fernandes in midfield to bring the energy and break it up. But again, it's... If I was the France manager or the Morocco manager, that's if Argentina get past Croatia, of course. If I'm looking at it, I'm thinking he's picking the same lineup. He's not changing up. It's quite predictable. Yeah. It's going to be easy. And I don't know what Lautaro Martinez needs to do to not get ahead of Julian Alvarez. I really don't. He's a far better player. Alvarez is a good player, but Martinez is a much better striker. If you're going to play with a front two, play with a man who actually plays in a front two.
I mean... Doug, I've still not had a prediction off you. I'm just looking here. You did actually go for Argentina to win this on my prediction. So, interesting. But Dan went for Croatia, so we'll see how that works out. I hope you're feeling better, Doug. And take care, buddy. Like I say, just enjoy the rest and just join in the chat.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. And Jeff has said here, Croatia started more brighter. They have.
I agree.
I think they've had more of the play, haven't they?
Yeah, I like the fact that they've got two players in pretty much every position. Croatia, they've actually got good depth, like Sousa playing at left back instead of Barisic, for example. Like, obviously it's good for Rangers. Obviously, rest for him. But in terms of just like Sousa, he's up and down. Like, you can see why he's in demand. Vardiol just on the ball, comfortable. Kovacic is coming in deep when he needs to, collecting the ball. Perisic is just a machine at his age, and Modric as well. There's nothing else you can say about Modric that hasn't never been said about him.
No. And I mean, who would you sooner see? And let's presume whoever wins this game. Oh, they're coming through here. That was good defending there by Argentina, and it's headed out on the far side for throw-in. But who, if one of these two teams, well, obviously one of the two teams is going to get through, Modric or Messi, who would you sooner see basically end their international career with the World Cup?
I think a football purist is probably going, like a football purist in the sense of entertainment and the football debate is probably going to say Lionel Messi. Obviously, because it will silence debates once and for all. But just because of the banter that he's won so many trophies since he left Tottenham, it'd be so funny. It'd be so funny if Luka Modric wins the World Cup literally a decade after leaving Tottenham for Madrid. It would be so funny. I would like to see Modric personally win it, but I honestly don't mind. I don't mind which team wins. I wouldn't even mind if Ziyech was to win it for Morocco because he gets so much unfair treatment for not playing games for Chelsea. Yeah. I think Mbappe, because he's an absolute monster. He's just brilliant.
But wouldn't it be funny though to see? I'd love to see Messi win it simply because Ronaldo's not there to win it.
I think that certainly would be a standing point, wouldn't it? Like that certainly would that would shut down the barrier. One man made it to the semi-finals, the other man couldn't. One man could win the trophy, the other has zero chance.
Yeah. So we're coming up 15 minutes gone. No shots from either side, but the first corner of the match going to Croatia here. Let's see what they can do with it. It's taken short.
I am liking the build-up play for Croatia. They are disrupting the play really well for Argentina, but they are controlling the possession really well. Argentina, I like the fact that they're doing a little bit old school, playing a bit 4-4-2, but they haven't got enough creativity in there. I think Croatia have got it spot on playing a 4-3-3. I think realistically, Argentina should have either matched them or they should have went 3-4-3. I don't think they're good enough in defence without Lisandro Martinez, not because it's biased of being a Man United defender, but I don't think, even though Otamendi's had a decent tournament, I still think Romero's having to cover for him, and Romero can be a bit shifty at giving away silly challenges, whereas Martinez doesn't do that. He defends really well. So,
can I just say as well done to the Croatian striker. They're not sure who it was, but he didn't manage just to get one Argentinian defender down. He got two of them. Two of them went down with an injury. So,
lol.
Not that I'm saying the Argentinians, would be feigning injuries at all, but maybe they didn't read the roster and see whose turn it was. I'm sure that's not the case. I'm sure that is not the case.
I do like some of these. I do like some of the Croatian players. They're just brilliant to watch. But I just want to see them. It's just all the quality they've got. It's scary how good they'd be if they were a proper attacking team, not defensive first. Yes. I think with all that depth, I don't think any team would want to play them in that manner, let alone just a defensive game.
I don't know. They've just had a what I call a space station shot. I think it was. I think he was trying to get his ball to meet up with Harry Kane's penalty. Nice. And then it comes up on the thing. One shot off target. No shit, Sherlock. I mean that wasn't row double Z. That was row ZZZZZ. It was that high. But Oh, the Argentinian fans are going for it.
Yeah.
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 It's been a strange World Cup, though, hasn't it, all in all?
Yeah, very strange. And it's crazy as well, like the teams that are in the semi-finals, they deserve to be there, but it's mental that Croatia, after making one semi-final since they became an independent nation in the 90s, to having two in the space of 4 years, whilst having a very poor European Championships. It's crazy.
Yes. And I mean, if Croatia were to win it, don't get me wrong, it'd be nice to see another name on the trophy. And they are crowding these players out, Argentina. Just then, the number 8 for Croatia, he had 2 players on him and a third one watching him.
Yeah. I do like the fact that both teams are trying to cancel each other out in that manner.
But Croatia have had sort of 2/3 of the possession so far, which, I think, watching it
sums up really well. Same as the Brazil game. They ended the game with all the possession as well.
Croatia in their away strip today. We managed to see their away strip dug, even though we didn't see Mexico's. And Croatia are kicking right to left, if you're watching it. Pretty much what it is on the graphic as well. Argentina in their normal blue and white stripes, white shorts and socks, kicking, obviously, therefore, from left to right.
Yeah, I do like that. I do like that away kit. That's actually really nice. It's the first time I've seen that.
I like the home. I do like Croatia's kits with the the way they've got the checkerboard.
Aye, they always get really nice kits.
Yes,
Jammy.
They did very well. They did very well in the kit show, I do believe.
Yeah, it annoys me as well because I'm pretty sure both Argentina's and Croatia shirts are made by Adidas. I'm pretty sure. I know Argentina's are. I'm not sure about Croatia, but it's really annoying seeing Adidas make really nice international shirts, but they always make a fuck up in Man United shirts. Like, it's painful.
Yeah, you've had a couple of iffy ones recently, haven't you?
Yeah, Nike made their shirts.
Who hasn't in the reversed away shirt department?
Very true. Just realised it's Nike that make Croatia shirts.
Is it?
Yeah, I used to like the Man United shirts that were made by Nike. They were really good.
They had some bad shirts this World Cup.
I think the only shirts I realistically liked is Argentina's, Croatia, obviously the German shirt, and I liked Mexico's home shirt. I liked it, but other than that, there wasn't many others that really.
Did you not like Mexico's away shirt?
Didn't see it.
Oh well, hang on a second. Then do not go very far, sir.
If you can show me it, that would be a bliss, because I have not seen that away shirt, honestly.
Well, this is one. Can I say that when we're doing Doug's show, and yes, Ash, sorry, I have got your prediction down. But let me just. Croatia kits are always hot, says Nate. Yeah.
And I like the France shirt as well. I do not like the Spain shirt though.
Spain away shirt was awful.
Their home shirt looked very horrible as well. It looked fake. It looked like it was just taken out of a cheap shop.
Oh, it did. It did totally. Right, let me just see what I can get up here. And I should be able to show you. I don't think I've deleted it.
It's good, comfortable possession though from both sides. Though it's really, really good possession.
They are. They're not. They're not looking at. Well, in fairness, in this game, then they are making a fist of it. Croatia. They're not sitting back for once.
Yeah, I think they've realised that their usual method may catch up to them.
Anything happened? No, it's still 0-0, David. I had internet problems, so I was a bit late starting, but it was still 0-0. So, guys, just for the few seconds, I tell you what, I'll save it until half time, and then because at half time I'll take the graphic down and what have you. and I will show you the Mexican shirt.
Awesome.
Doug absolutely went from hating to loving. It was that bad that he gave it 0, I think, on his show. He gave it 7 on mine, and I had to give it -7 just to counteract it to make sure that it didn't get in the top 3.
Classic.
But
I'd have done the same. I'd have done the same.
Yeah. In fairness, actually, Argentina we had as the 3rd most popular. No, actually, I've got that wrong.
I know you both liked the German shirts, which was quite interesting for a German fan, for an England fan, I should say.
No, it was nice. Yeah, it was nice. Let me just... I've got this. Just realised that I'd got it the wrong way round. Argentina. Yeah, Argentina were the 5th favourite when we added the home and away shirt marks together. They were the 5th, and Croatia, maybe not, were the 3rd. 24 minutes gone. And we still await the first goal. The shot. Oh, he spilled it. He spilled it there, did the Croatian goalkeeper. He was very lucky that it was a long shot and no Argentinian had followed it in. I was about to say, a long shot from Argentina, a very safe save from the goalkeeper, and then he went and spilled it.
Doing everything they can just to try and change things up a little bit, they're not trying to be typical, predictable, I should say, which I will admit, I will credit them for that. It's about time they tried something else.
Yes. So 25 minutes gone. Thoughts on the game so far, Rhys?
Been really impressed with both teams, to be honest. I mean, I do think Croatia have definitely been the stronger team, but I think when you look at it, both teams have got a very good game plan. Yeah.
What was it called, Ash?
Not wrong. Plenty of those coming. There's a few of them being additionally being produced. But I've been impressed generally with both teams. But I definitely think the better side has been Croatia, and they are trying to be less predictable. And yeah, I agree with that, Myrna. I agree with that.
It's Jeff, by the way. Sorry, just to confuse things.
Quite like that.
It's his wife's account. And,
right, I see.
Jeff is on Myrna's account. He lives in the Philippines.
Quality.
Fairness, he didn't spill it. Actually, he actually wasn't. It wasn't too bad a save. Just to confuse things, I do get confused with names like TKO. I think it's Naz, isn't it? I've had a couple of days off, and I do think I am bad with names.
I've managed to get a better timing now. Like the website I used for streaming was, I'm not kidding, 4.5 minutes behind.
Wow!
And it was streaming from ITV Sports. So I went on the STV player, and I'm now about 26 minutes 38. So I'm only about 50 seconds behind now. But at least it's not 3-4 minutes, which is ridiculous.
Yes. FIFA Undercover is worth a watch. That's the one that everybody's saying. Yeah.
Thank fuck, I'm getting an IPTV soon.
To be honest with you, I'd written Naz down on the card, but I'm old and I forget things very easy. Stop agreeing with me. You're not supposed to agree with that, Rhys. You're supposed to say, no, you're not. Don't worry.
Usually. I'm glad I'm getting an IPTV thing soon because I'm sick of being behind.
Well, I'm on 27.50 now.
I'm 27.20.
Oh well, I think 8 is the closest we ever get, one way or the other. So
Yeah, that's true.
Sometimes HD is more. I find out of normal HD and full HD. HD is the one that's usually more in advance. Jeff, who's the Leicester player still in the World Cup? I know I'm going to show myself up here. We should have a Leicester interest still in the World Cup. I don't think we've got a Leicester player for Croatia or Argentina. France, do we? No, not now. The spoilt brats moved on. And Morocco.
I think you might have one, but I'm just trying to remember.
I can't think we've got anybody in the 4 teams that are left.
Yeah. There'll be someone in there. You just know it.
There'll be somebody that is so obvious and I've just forgotten them. Jeff, come on. Ex-Leicester player Kramrich. We are grasping at straws here.
Oh yeah, I forgot Kramrich played for you before he went back to Germany.
No, I knew Kramrich was there, and I like him because I loved him when he was at Leicester. I don't think he got a fair shot to be at it. To be honest with you, that was I think 2017 he left. Jeff, come on. I mean, we are straws we are grasping at. No.
Cheers, Jeff. I've always wanted to do that.
Oh dear. The only game I've missed live was the Croatia-Morocco game. Did you see? How did you see when they played the third group games? Because they were on at the same time, weren't they?
Yeah.
So unless you had 2 screens, don't you, Ash? Yes, he has 2 screens. How could I forget? 30 minutes coming up on the clock.
Yeah.
And so far, let's have a look what we are looking at here on the FIFA stats. So it is 37% possession to Argentina, 49 to Croatia. Apparently 14% was in contest. Tell me what that means. No goals, as we know. 1 attempt on goal each. Argentina got 1 on target. Ooh, wasn't that? They're asking for something. They're asking for penalty, are they? I think this referee is quite a good referee, actually.
Yeah, he's one of the few. Oh.
Yes. I think he's asking for a corner.
Yeah, it's just sadly not enough, isn't it?
Don't think it did, actually. See what he's trying to do there? Good attempt.
Yeah. It's a nice move by Perisic. I've just seen it. Yeah, it was a nice move. Yeah. The referee just completely like, nah, to hell with you.
The referee on this one is unknown. I did have him before, but I haven't got him at the moment. I've lost his information. Argentina, like you say, are going 4-4-2. Croatia, a 4-3-3.
Yeah.
Ooh. I think he's hurt himself in somewhere that might affect his family allowance. The Croatian goalkeeper. Yeah. He looks in a bit of pain. Well, it's a good point there, Ash. Well, I think if my memory, you know, my memory. Oh yeah, he caught him there. He caught him. Let's just have a look. Oh yes, his knee straight to the nether regions.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Pelé said it was an African team was going to win it. By did he not? And yeah, they're getting better.
They are. This is the best team to do it. Like this, like I don't think there's any. Generally speaking, I don't think any other team, African-wise, before them has actually ever been good enough.
I
think they've all been, in the nicest way possible, shite.
Yeah. Naz, that is counting as a had that come up on the graphic? I hadn't seen that it was a penalty for Argentina. I didn't see it come up on the graphic, and if that's the case, Naz, then we don't want any spoilers. The message is away anyway.
Yeah.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt there, Naz, but no spoilers at all. It does get you thrown out the chat for the show.
Yeah. It was inevitable who he was going to score it the way.
Yeah.
It's just coming up for me now, like just showing it. Like,
Not sure it was a penalty.
he's that focused on the penalties. He left the spit on his face. That's the funny part.
Yeah, I mean, there's been some dubious decisions, hasn't there?
Yeah.
And I don't know whether the referees are bad or whether it is the VAR's letting them down. But just looking at this here, is this a... Oh, I don't know. That he ran into him. I don't know if that is a penalty. And he made a good attempt. He wasn't... Let's have a look. No. I thought he went the right way, but it was... that was where Harry Kane was trying to put his the other day.
Yeah, I think the one difference though is Harry Kane, when he went for it, pure power.
Yeah, no worries, Naz. I didn't say it was a penalty. In fairness, I didn't know until I saw you type it. But yeah, no worries, mate. No worries.
I was genuinely surprised it was given
on purpose, so I'll let you off with that one.
I was surprised it was given as a penalty. In all fairness, I thought it was just a simple collision. The keeper is coming to win the ball, and of course he has fallen into him, but I don't think it was worthy of a penalty. I think this is harshly done on the Croatians.
I think it is. Yes, I agree quite right there. I mean, obviously Messi is not going to argue. Of course he's not. But yeah, I mean, Jeff just said something here. The referee that did the England-France game apparently has been retained.
Oh, Lord. God bless the rest of the tournament. If he gets the World Cup final, I will not be watching it.
I know.
That could well be the case, Travis. That could well be the case. I still think some decisions in this tournament are quite harshly given, like right or wrong. Like it's just. But now Croatia need to come out, and I actually think that's worse for Croatia.
Peter Walton is just talking. Obviously, I can't hear him. He's the referee for ITV. Dan is in. Good evening, Dan. How are you? I don't know whether you've not gone yet. If you have gone, mate, obviously my thoughts will be with you. Hope it goes well tonight for you, mate.
I'm not sure what the circumstances are, but I hope you're all right, mate.
Yeah. He had some bad news about a friend.
Oh, I'm very sorry. I've had that a few times this year. If it's what I'm thinking, I'm very sorry.
Yeah, you probably got a million miles off. Messi, they are so reliant on him. Yeah, I mean that is where Kane wanted to put the penalty, I think, wasn't it, when he took it for us? But
yeah, he wanted that corner.
Yeah.
But now he's from the penalty spot. He's now Argentina's record goal scorer at the World Cups. He's now surpassed Batistuta's record of 10. He's now surpassed him. Yeah.
The thing I like about Messi is, you don't know whether it's because he's not played in England or not, but you never seem to hear any, sort of trouble about him. There's never any bad news stories. Yeah,
the only things you realistically see about him is when it's money involved. But when it's generally playing the game, he's like Kaká. He's innocent. Like, he doesn't do anything malicious. He doesn't do anything to hurt anybody. He just loves playing football. It's just he's just got the unfortunate bit behind him where he's been involved with like tax evasion. He's had like suspended sentences.
Actually, I'd forgotten about that.
but that's it. Like football-wise, he's squeaky clean. But when it's personal life, he's He's as clean as a peg in a mud bath.
Yeah. So just looking, so we've got the referee here tonight. The referee for the second semi-final is Cesar Ramos, the Mexican referee.
Oh, that's okay. Why did I have to look? Why did I have to look up?
1-1.
No,
it's not. Sorry. I just presumed it was at that end. What a breakaway here. What a breakaway.
I'm halfway to my prediction already, my friend.
What a goal. I've got to say,
it was coming.
That was a good goal.
It was coming as well. And the reason that I think it was coming is because Croatia had that. It was completely spot on. I couldn't remember who said the comment earlier on, but they were completely spot on about the Croatia started the game really well. Yes, they did. But what they got it wrong was they did not take an opportunity presented to them. And it says it all at times where quality turns up, and the Argentinians have turned up because they want that third World Cup. Yeah. They'll do anything to get to the final, and you can't blame them for that. 2-0, and I actually think I think Croatia are quite lucky. It's 2
goal.
Yep.
I mean, an Argentinian player went down. He didn't stay down and said, "I'm going to carry on." But I mean, it was he got a bit of luck. He got a bit of luck with a deflection off a Croatian defender, did the number 9. But at the end of the day, it's Alvarez again, isn't it? At the end of the day, you make your own luck in a way, and all right, you could say that Croatia were unlucky with that, but fair play to them. They got caught on the break, but at least they were attacking. And Ravi's come in and he says, just as he did it, Croatia are trying. I think they will come back. And just as he says that, it's 2-0.
Ravi, I swear to God, you've got some form of mad jinxing ability. It's James, so funny.
Good evening, James. How are you?
My dude, good to see you. I do like the movement.
Argentina's way.
Yep. I'll tell you one thing, though. Borna Sousa should have done a lot better there. I know it's on his weaker foot. I know he's left-footed, but he should have done a whole lot better with defending that opportunity. That was really weak. And Livakovic, I don't like this about goalkeepers now. They go down on their knee, slant their body, but they forget they've got a right hand. Fucking use it.
Yes.
Jesus Christ! Are they afraid to tap a ball with their right hand? Is he afraid he's going to break his hand?
Another shot there. Sorry, just to interrupt. Another shot there from Argentina. Politely being told to go away by the referee. Don't know what he was trying to claim for. He's got a corner. Oh, if you're claiming that is a handball, Argentina, oh my God, that's pathetic. That is absolutely pathetic.
This is what I hate about certain teams.
I mean, the guy had his hands behind his back and he was turning and the ball hit him, but his arm was right in against his body.
Oh, that's never a handball.
No.
Never.
No. I mean, you're 2-0 up and you're shouting for that. You see, that's what I don't like about the South Americans.
That is one thing I don't like in particular.
I'm the same, a little bit the same, James. No, I'm not, actually. I'm lying. I want Argentina. I didn't like Croatia. But, well, to be honest with you, I'm going to say this now. And you might laugh at me because it's 3! Oh, my God, how didn't that go in?
I completely agree with you, Shane. I completely agree with you, dude. This is by far Argentina's best performance. And it's only 42 minutes.
Up until this, what a save. It was a save. Well done to the Croatian goalkeeper. Wow. I didn't realize he stopped that. I don't think Croatia have played that badly, if I'm honest with you.
No, I don't think. I think they played really well. The problem is Argentina are just being completely clinical with the ball, and they're being very efficient with their passing. It's been sharper since that opening 10-15-minute Croatian dominance.
Do you think, though, the argument, and I was very much saying oh, God, they were awful against Brazil, one shot on target all game. Do you think maybe if they'd played like this against Brazil, they wouldn't be in the semi-final now?
I think if they played the exact same way, I think Brazil would. The chances Brazil had, fantastic. I've just seen that shot you were raving about. I do agree with you. I think it could have been 3 or 4, but Brazil were so bad anyway. It's hard to say, but Argentina have just been far more clinical, and it's proven why they won the Copa America and not Brazil.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Like you said, I think Argentina's a better team than Brazil, but
I think so as well.
It's.
I just like the Brazilian flair, but I've not got an issue with Argentina. They've always played good football, but this is where it really does matter. Like
I do feel a bit sorry because, like I say, I was going mad at Croatia for not giving it a go in the last couple of games, and they're giving it a go in this game, and they are. They're
getting it so. It's crazy. They were getting it so right. And I think they wanted to try and be unpredictable. But it's potentially cost them a place in the World Cup final. There's still plenty of time. Argentina, we've seen what happened when their bottle drops. Netherlands 2 fast goals by Weghorst. It could happen, but
definitely, like you say, definitely not over at all at the moment. Although at the moment Croatia have been dominating 53%. Let's just have a look. The attempts at goal, 8 for Argentina, 2 for Croatia, which that would suggest why Argentina are 2-0 up. They haven't had one on target yet, Croatia. 2 shots from outside the penalty box for Argentina, 4 from inside. Finals, the attacking options, pretty even.
I agree.
Argentina are coming down the centre a lot more though. But yeah, they're both the attacking stats are very, very even. It would be great to see Croatia get one back now. It's a goal kick.
This is funnily enough. The likes of James will back me up on this one. I was on Nathan's channel last night because we were doing the World of Football podcast because Josh wasn't feeling well, so we done it on his channel. And I got asked, what does Argentina need to do to get past Croatia? And I was like, that midfield three, they are so good at forcing teams out wide. Don't force them out wide. Go through them. Go through that midfield. Stretch them because they will have to come apart. And Modric is a good player, but he doesn't have the legs anymore. And Brozovic and Kovacic are going to have to do a lot more, like to keep the whole central midfield like blocked out. You go through that middle, they've had it, and that Argentina, funnily enough, have done exactly what I said. It's funny. I see it well in advance.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time. We have got 4 minutes of injury time, but of course, if the Turtles were looking after this game, we would have ninjury time. Hey,
still
you've only got 1, 2, 3, 5 after this one now. Only 5 more attempts to hear that for the World Cup.
Yeah.
Unless anything goes to extra time, of course. but like you said, do you think playing at the back of it will be playing on the back of Argentina's minds? Well, hang on, we were 2-0 up against Holland.
I think they will, and I think that's why I think Scaloni's getting it right in that sense, where they've slightly done better than what they did against Holland, Argentina. Cheers, James. I knew you'd back me. In the last game against Holland, even though they were keeping possession of the ball, the passing was not as sharp as it was tonight, or currently is tonight. It wasn't as sharp. So Holland had so many chances to get at them. Tonight, though, Messi's control's been outstanding as it usually is. The midfield have held the ball really well, and the fullbacks, even though they're extremely shit, have done really well in holding the plate, and they're forcing Croatia to come forward. Alvarez, he's a good player, but I still would have preferred Martinez. That's a personal opinion. But he's done well in proving why he starts up front for Scaloni, and I can see why. But Argentina are just being much more smarter playing in the 4-4-2, but I still think they're lacking that extra player where they can just, whether it be in midfield or whether it be in attack, where they can just extra pressure, force Croatia to come at them a little bit more so they can just get that third. I don't think they need 2 to win this. I think they need to win by 3 goals.
See, the one thing that there's a lot of things that I've been a bit disappointed with in this World Cup. One of them has been the finishing and the play third. You know, I think, and I'm just looking then, and they did so well, Croatia. They were jinking it around, playing it around the edge of the box, passed it out to a player on the near side, chipped it in. Out of the barn. I'm thinking, like, that kind of is one of the memories I'm going to have from this World Cup.
I agree. Like, there's so many teams have been really poor. Like, typical strikers that, like, for example, have just been woeful. Ronaldinho in the stands as well, celebrating Argentina goal. That's unheard of.
Yeah.
Brazilian my arse.
You know, if you've got a hairy bottom and you have put it into a Brazilian mate, you know, everybody to their own. I'm sure it keeps you warm up there in Scotland.
True, but either way, I agree. Not many players have been good enough in front of goal. Not very many, but this has been a very good game. This has set the standard for the semi-finals. And I'm hoping the second half is even more exciting. And I'm hoping the semi-final tomorrow is the same. I want to see Morocco do the same. Morocco play good football. I want them to come at France, and I want France to come at Morocco as well. I want both teams to treat it like a World Cup semi-final and not a group stage match.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. And of course, you're going to be back with me for the World Cup as final as well.
I am.
And you are also going to be with me, and I've actually, you just have to bear with me because
next Wednesday.
I went and deleted it, didn't I? So let me just find it.
Next Wednesday, I believe, isn't it?
It is next Wednesday for the quiz. And I will, if I can. Oh, where the bloody hell have I put it?
Speaking of quizzes, Doug, remember World of Football podcast quiz on Saturday night. So be prepared so Nathan can beat you, because that's his intention. That's if Doug's still there.
Well, it is. So yeah, next Wednesday at 9:00. And I want to say thank you for Dan for getting dressed up and posing for that for me. But it's the big fat, and there's the big fat Christmas quiz next Wednesday at 9:00. And I'm pleased to say. And I am pleased to say that there is no football in it at all. I think we've had enough. But Rhys, get a silly hat on, get a silly shirt, Christmas shirt, get some beer. We're just gonna. I don't care where it goes. We're just gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some.
I've got a very specific Christmas jumper that I can bring, so I'll be in this. But even though I'm not a Christmas person, I'll be in the Christmas mood for winning the quiz.
This is it. I mean, we're going to have a round on Christmas. Where in the world? Who said that? TV and film. I can say anything that's totally not football. Well, I say Christmas round. I've got to find the questions first of all. Okay, so first half there, Rhys, 43 attacks to Argentina, 56, believe it or not, to Croatia. 12 in the final third for Argentina, 21 though for Croatia, but 5 shots compared to Croatia's 3. 2-0. Do you think it's a fair reflection?
I do, to be honest, and I just reiterate back to the point when I said like Croatia had the early dominance, but in possession they just didn't do anything. Whereas they was suggesting they were going to score. Whereas every time Argentina got on the break or built up really well from the back, they looked like they were going to score. And if they won't hurt you on a counter attack, they'll hurt you through building up through the middle. And it's a reflection of why they're in the semi-finals. And they look like they're the team best placed to go and win the World Cup. Will they win it? I don't know, but it's looking like it. But Croatia definitely need to be more clinical in the second half. They need to play the ball faster as well.
They do. Now then, I'm just trying to find the World Cup shirts. There we go. Because you did ask for this, sir. And just
I did.
remember if you throw up everywhere, that you did ask for this. So I'm just waiting for it to load. And it's taken a while to load for some reason. There we go. So here we are. So we have got that I didn't do that, but Germany, they did come out top for both home and away for us both. So let me just get past all the. Here we go. So Nike actually have done 13 of the shirts this tournament.
Jesus.
Adidas have done 7, Puma 6, and then the rest just making up one.
Puma make nice shirts.
I prefer Adidas, I must admit.
Yeah.
And I think Adidas have done well this term. For me, for Nike, the only decent one, and I wasn't even 100% on it, and that was the England one.
I'd say the Croatia ones as well, but Portugal had some nice shirts at the tournament.
Oh no, they were awful. I'm sorry.
Well, maybe the away shirt, but not the home one. But I didn't like the Polish one.
Well, let me jump ahead to Mexico. He says if you can find. Oh, so yeah, the Croatia ones. Obviously, we don't need to see. We can have a look at that.
Yeah.
England. I've got them all in alphabetical order, and hopefully, unlike Doug, I can remember my alphabet. Right. So, this is the Mexican home shirt.
See, I really like that. I think that is absolutely beautiful. Like, that is, and I hope that's what they wear when they take part in the Copa America, because obviously they've now moved to the Copa America for 2024.
Yes. So they've got that they got a 10 from me from Doug.
Yeah,
I got a 9 from me.
So what put them off for you? What dropped it from that 10 for you?
Sorry, say that again, sorry.
So you gave it a 9, Doug gave it a 10. So why was it a 9 for you? Like what specifically?
I'd given Germany a 10.
Good man.
And I had to say which one, if there were like a tenner in the shop each, after the World Cup, which one would I spend my tenner on? And I think it was the German one just over the Mexican one. I just love it. And I love the fact that it doesn't go all the way down, with the pattern in the green.
I mean, that is nice. Reminds, what it reminds me of? In a weird way. It reminds me of the Germany shirt from USA 94.
Yes. Yes.
The black,
they had the 3 colours, didn't they? Going
exactly.
across and then up and down.
I'm still
They
trying to
always
get
seem
one.
to do a nice shirt, the Germans, for God's sake.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of Germans.
What's he doing? I think he could be stripping off. If any ladies in the chat, look away now, just in case. Do look away. He obviously does not want to see the Mexican home shirt. No way shirt. Oh, he's back. Hey, there we go. Now,
I was going to put the black shirt from the Euros on, but I was like, no, that gave me bad luck last time that thing was worn. So I'll just wear this because it's genuinely stunning. I love the white with the black right down the middle. It blends.
And the gold on the black. I mean, yeah, I couldn't give it more than a 10. I gave it a 10, and Doug gave it a 10.
This thing would get people right where you want them.
Let me ask you something though. Let's say Scotland had qualified for the World Cup. Which shirt would you have bought?
Oh, I'd still have both. I would still have.
So that's sitting on the fence, you see.
It's not that it's sitting on the fence. It's I would always back Scotland to do well, but I've always been honest. Like the team I've always basically supported, like watching international football, has always been Germany. But I've always watched Scotland. I always want Scotland to do well, but expectations far from reality.
I can understand you going for Germany over Scotland. I've often thought about that with England. But anyway, this was the home shirt. Now, you haven't seen the away shirt for Mexico.
I
and
have
think
not.
Dan's probably not watching this, but are you ready?
Bring it on.
I think I haven't got a drum roll.
I'm going to put my watch on for this.
I've got a cheese roll, but I haven't got a drum.
Time to watch my heart rate. So my heart rate currently, before you change it, my heart rate is currently sitting on, when it wants to tell me, 88. So let's see my spikes to from the Mexico away shot.
Here we go, sir.
Ugh.
Yes, exactly.
What
Now,
the fuck is she wearing?
I know. I wasn't sure whether Doug was giving 7 for the shirt or 7 for the young lady.
Oh, right.
I didn't have to get quite up close to the screen, but in my defence, that was only because I couldn't tell if she was wearing any shorts or not, and what colour they were. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. But
I just find that fair poor design. That is awful. Like that is. I feel
it's
sorry for her.
hieroglyphics gone wrong, isn't it?
That's yeah. That's basically saying we want to be Egyptian, just not Egyptian enough.
No. I mean,
so
Aztecs, I guess they're kind of maybe. I don't know. Do they do
to a degree? Yeah, yeah.
But it's just absolutely disgusting. It's probably as well that we didn't get. And I have to be honest with you. I almost thought that maybe it was put out as an early Christmas joke, but I did actually see fans wearing it in the stadium, so it does actually exist.
Those are fans that will never ever be seen at a fixture again.
No. I mean,
with their morale intact. I mean, that is.
Do you want to leave that up there for you for a minute?
I think I've seen this shirt long enough. It's bad. That's a really bad shirt.
I'm looking at it here, and Doug went. You don't come in here, Doug, saying, "Do you think this was a penalty?" Just and ignore this completely.
Did he seriously do that?
He is talking. He's ignoring it. He's talking about the penalty. Doug, defend yourself, giving this 7. Especially as you gave it 0 on your show, and then you wanted to ruin my show by giving it 7.
What? Douglas Horn, you are shameless.
He is.
Shameless.
And he's totally pretending. He's carrying on as if it's not there. It really is. But
I'll be having words with him when I see him next at work.
You do. I've still not forgiven him. I lost about 10 subscribers when he gave it 7 points. I'll tell you.
Honesty is a blissful trait.
I tell you what, though, you now know why I call these shows the shit shirt shows?
Because Mexico exists?
Well, when you see examples of that. Anyway, Jeff says a good first half. Game can end now as we have reached my prediction score.
I got 2-1, buddy, so I want Croatia to at least get 1 goal.
I've got 3-1, so I'm hoping for a draw in the second half. As Naz said, an early equaliser by Croatia, and we are game on. We are. If they come out and get 1, it will just put a bit of doubt again in the Argentinians' mind.
It could happen. It wouldn't surprise me.
Oh, well, we know what happened at Argentina against Netherlands. They were lucky to go through with the penalties, but that's going to be at the back of their mind. It's got to be.
Definitely.
Nate says, I think it will get worse for Croatia in the second half. Back-to-back games that went to penalties before this one might have some tired legs.
That's true.
Nate says, oh, no, please don't say you bought Germany's kit. Well, there we go.
I've got too many Germany kits, but I have to.
I was tempted to buy the German shirt when transiting through Doha. You see, but you're in Philippines. You could get away with it. I couldn't get away with it here in England. But
they did an advert as a Dan. An advert as a Dan. That guy's too good. See, it's not just Scotland. Not just Scotland, but hey ho.
Football works in cycles. In '86, England's results were exactly the same as this year, apart from the 6-2. We lost 2-1 in the quarters as this year. Morocco topped the group as 2022. Wow. And Argentina won in 86.
That's very true.
Naz, I don't know if you're talking about Rhys's modelling of the Germany shirt or the Mexican picture, but he says one of them is horrible. They say, sorry there, I didn't see that. And that's a Mexican away shirt. It
is god-awful.
It's easily the worst away kit I've seen from any international side in a very long time. What the hell are they thinking? And then Doug, like I say, trying to deflect it off his 7 points that he gave to that, just in case you've forgotten. 7 points is what he gave for it. Did you think that, guys, that was a penalty? Ash says no. Naz says no. And then Doug is agreeing. Was it a penalty, do you think? I don't, to be honest with you.
I think it was a good way to cement your career in acting. I think it's a good way to get into the UFC if you need to, but no, I don't think it's. Thank you very much. I don't think necessarily it was a penalty, but the referee's given it for some reason, whatever that is. But it doesn't really matter. End of the day, like it's happened at the World Cup. There's no point in debating. Like he said, she said, like obviously sure, all that rubbish. There's no point.
Thank God it's not just sort of relied on that. That one decision, So the players are just about to start. Well, they are out. They're just waiting.
Still mental that the World Cup final is so early, though, on Sunday.
I know. Yeah, 3 o'clock, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, 90-minute build-up just to do that. Like, it should be done. It should be later on.
Yeah. It's a 10 out of 10, says Ash. Love that shirt. Yeah, but then again,
Which
Ash,
one?
You're a Mexican. Not a Mexican, sorry. You're a musician. Sorry, and it was one of those two.
They play well. Oh, nice changes. They're bringing on Orsic. He's had a brilliant tournament. Souza and Paslic has come off. Orsic is on, and Vlasic. That's attacking changes from Croatia.
Well, they've got to go for it, haven't they?
Yep. So West Ham and Dino Zagreb have entered the field.
Yeah. Well, Ash, just quickly going through the comments, Ash says it's 10 out of 10. Like I say, though, Ash is a musician, so of course he's permanently on a high and doesn't even know what he's looking at half the time. I like Costa Rica shirts. Sorry, Ash. Sorry. Don't stop me using your music. I've only got 3 more games to go. The comeback, the comeback kids, Croatia. Yep. I get battered if I wore a German shirt. I don't think it was a penalty. Everybody's sort of saying that, agreeing. I've only ever bought one shirt that wasn't a Leicester shirt, and I was very, very young, and I blame for that. And it was another Premier League club. They're now a Premier League club, but I'm not going to say who it was. Oh, no, twice. In fact, twice. I did actually own some Blackburn Rovers shirts as well.
Oh, right.
But in fairness, I was working for Blackburn Rovers at the time. So I did have season tickets. So it was a bonding thing, father and son and what have you. So that was my excuse. The other one I've got no excuse for. And
Derby.
I go to church every Sunday and ask for forgiveness for that one.
Who do you confess the sins for?
I'm not saying.
Is it a rival club, or is it a club that you just do not want to see in the time of day?
It's not a rival club, so it's not a club as in like a Forest, a Derby, or anybody like that. I'm not going to give any, because if I say something, the clues will be there, and you'll get it, and you will never let me forget that.
All right, here's a better way of saying it. Give us a clue that would make it so easy.
No, because then you'll get it.
I'm not going to mug you for it. If it's
but you wouldn't, but everybody else.
If it's Liverpool, I'll never let you forget it. But apart from that,
what can I say? It isn't Liverpool, and it certainly isn't Manchester United.
So it's an Arsenal shirt then.
No, what makes you say Arsenal?
They're your bitch.
Well, so's Tottenham.
All right, then I'm okay. Are they? All right, I'm going to run through this.
You're going to run through this, and I am moving on very quickly.
Are they?
Says Ash.
Bucharest, nice.
What did you do for Blackburn? Not an awful lot, if I'm honest with you, Nate.
He got
I was
pumped.
only there for 6 months.
He got pumped. He got pumped off Chris Sutton for a few days.
If I knew what I knew now, what he was going to say about Leicester and Celtic in the future, I'd have kicked him in the ball. No, he was gone. This was post their Premier League win. It was after then. They were in the second tier, and I was working in conference and events, trying to get people to come and use the conference, because obviously the rooms that they have for sort of the big restaurants and the boxes are available during the week for anybody to hire. A long shot there from Argentina, straight down the throat of the Croatian goalkeeper. The problem was, of course, is that if you're contacting somebody saying, would you like to come to Blackburn, who are sort of in the lower reaches of the second tier, and they would say no, because you've got Manchester United sort of an hour down the road, and they're Premier League and they're Manchester United. So they're on a hiding to nothing, really. But when they laid me off, they said that it was because also I was talking too much football.
So basically living the man's dream. Poor to see McAllister down though. But
oh my God, I've just seen what's his name? Is that Italian manager that used to manage England?
Oh, Fabio Capello.
Yeah, I've just seen him in the crowd.
He didn't get long enough in the job. I don't care what any England fan says. Like, yeah, he got it wrong at the World Cup, but they shouldn't have got rid of him straight after that. Like, they should have given him the Euros. I've always liked Fabio Capello, to be fair. Oh, and Brazilian Ronaldo right in front of him as well.
Yeah. No, I didn't. Ash, I did not buy a Forest shirt.
All right, I'm going to ask. Have they been in the
No.
I'm going to ask. I'm just going to ask. Have they been in the Premier League since the inception, or did they have to get promoted into the Premier League?
That is a very good question, and it deserves a very good answer. It's not going to get one, but it deserves one.
Go on, at least. I mean, if it's a promoted club, it's going to take me ages to figure out anyway. So
no, you're just gonna.
Pekovic, nice.
You're gonna ask me another question.
Of course.
I wish I hadn't mentioned it now.
You shouldn't have. It's over. It's done. It's finito. So go on. At least.
Just remember, I can do this, Rhys. Now then, so he can't say anything at all.
And I can do this too. Come on.
But you can't do this.
I'll let you have that
anyway,
one.
We're here to watch
in all fairness,
it's Argentina 2, Croatia 0. 5 minutes of the second half gone. Like you say, in all seriousness, Croatia have come out and
they made 3 changes as well already.
Yeah, they're going for it, aren't they?
Yeah, Brozovic has come off now as well, which is a very big shock. So that's one of the designated penalty takers as well taken off, but they're going for the attacking changes. Pekovic is on, so they're now playing two strikers, plus the likes of Vlasic as well. Like, I think they're playing to a degree. They're playing with 4 attackers, 5 if you include Perisic. It's a completely different approach from Croatia, and I have to say, even though they're losing 2-0, I like this.
No, and I'm gonna say fair play to them, because I was very critical of them.
Yep.
As I said earlier, and if you were at the start, I made the point.
In an honest way as well.
Games, but I've got to say, this is not the Croatia from the last 2 games. This is different. And, if they're losing 2-0, so they put, let's say, if you said 4 strikers on, so if they're going to lose 2-0, might as well lose 3 or 4-0 going for it.
Yeah, rather than losing 2-0 and just being like, well, fine, we're done, we're going back. Like, don't. Like, you've still got time, which is good. At least they're not there to throw in the towel. I like that. Unlike other teams who would just bottle at the circumstance, like, they are purely here in the sense to just go for it, and I like that. I like that approach. I'm hoping that they make it more interesting. I would like to see them get a goal back just to see what happens.
It would open the game up from a neutral's point of view, wouldn't it?
Oh, definitely. Some brilliant passing
there, but from Vlasic, but
yeah, Vlasic on the ball now for me. There, I'm only just a few seconds behind you, but the ball was good. But the height of the players in the box as well is going to cause a lot of problems for Argentina if they don't defend well.
The thing you got to do, what you got to do with say like the international shirts is wait. I loved right, and I know it was the women's shirts, but the men's was the same. But I love the women's Euros Finland shirts.
I don't remember their shirts.
Basically, it was a white shirt. It was the flag, basically a white shirt with a blue cross on it, going down to the side, and then obviously across the middle. And that's what I think that England should have: a white shirt with a red cross on it. What is it with this fucking blue, blue and white? Blue's you, Scotland. It's not us.
Very true. It's just like that, like with the German shirts. I want to see another. I want to see another good green German shirt at the next Euros. Like obviously the Euro 2024 is in Germany, but you might see like the last Euros in 2012, like the 2012 Euros, they had a green one. They might go back to, but I've always liked the black German shirt as well. I wasn't a particular fan of the away shirt this year, but it was still a nice colour. I didn't really like the design. I wanted a black or green, but you can't always get what you want. But
yeah, it was the ready one, wasn't it? You know.
Yeah, I just didn't like the look of it.
Yeah.
But a new German director's coming as well, because obviously the main guy got sacked. So I'm actually quite happy about that.
Has Herr Flick still man?
He's still in the job. Yeah, they're backing him, but they're looking to get either Rummenigge, because they're trying to get Rummenigge or Vatska from Dortmund to take the director role. I would say just give it to Rummenigge. He's got a better relationship with Flick because of Bayern Munich. I would say it's your best bet.
Well, if they get on already and they've got a good working relationship, you know.
He needs to get that, and he needs to get that team in his own vision as well. I think it was starting to click in the last game against Costa Rica, but it was just too little, too late. But it's a good core group of players to build around for the next Euros, which I'm not going to say Germany are going to win it, but on home turf, they do generally do well at home tournaments.
It's the only way that England ever do well when we play it at home.
That's very true.
So 10 minutes gone in the second half, still 2-0 to Argentina, but certainly Croatia at the moment. This is what they've got to be careful of. There's a breakaway down the near side for Argentina. Brings it inside. They were lucky. They still haven't got it away. Argentina have still got it. Messi, I think it is on the ball. They're just playing it about. They know that they've not got to do. They're not going to take silly risks, Argentina, and that's the advantage they've got, because just then Croatia, who are now obviously kicking from right to left, had got the ball. They lost it. Argentina, another breakaway, like for the first goal. The non-penalty goal, and it took a while for an Argentina striker to come up and catch him up. And there's 3 Croatian defenders back, but they've got to be so careful of that, Croatia.
Yeah, ample time. I've just seen it.
I'm on 56-30 now.
56-10 for me.
Right.
It's not too bad. It's not as bad as before, at least.
No, 4 minutes. Yeah, that was 4.
Yeah, thank God I'm getting an IPTV thing soon. At least they'll be on time.
Well, I've got a Fire Stick, and Doug is back in.
Here to present the 7.
You should, Doug, just for you. There you go. You can see it in the little box there. Just for you, Doug. We know you were trying to ignore it earlier. Argentina having a good spell at the moment.
Watch him get out of it. Watch. He'll do some of evasion tactic.
Yeah. You should never use beef stew 1 as a password. It's not strong enough.
That's worthy of a timeout.
That is worthy. That is worthy of not even the wah wah wah. No. Yeah, it's one of those. Mind you, that said, I had beef stew and dumplings at lunchtime. I shouldn't really call her that, but she's a big woman. Come on. Blame Doug.
Not that laugh. Not that laugh.
I have to do that to get a laugh. Then I think at least people are laughing at me jokes. This could have been 3 for Messi. Oh, save from the goalkeeper.
There's some things in life you can't escape, and that laugh. I mean, brilliant human being, but that laugh is one of them. I thought I was getting Liam Neeson.
Honestly, if she was to charge me commission for using it, I couldn't afford it. I use it that much. It is first time I heard it, I'm like, is she having an attack?
Gold. It's gold.
It is. It certainly is.
And she is as well. Like she's absolutely wonderful. But that laugh is just, oh God Almighty.
Doug, you're gonna get a Liam Neeson for the ignoring the Mexican shirt. You have not defended your 7. You've avoided it. You know, the more you avoid it, the more we'll remind you of it. Ash said, sorry for the Michael Owen comment, but if Argentina score the next goal, it's game over. If it's Croatia, and we hope so, for a better game, it's game on. I don't think
Michael Owen.
I think we're going to see some more goals.
I think we will as well.
Yeah.
I'm just very disappointed that he used a Michael Owen comment.
I've got to be honest with you. I mean, as you know from my quizzes, I did before, Ron Atkinson, Michael Owen, and quite a few of the commentators have supplied some very, very
mad stuff.
Quotes, shall we say. But when I'm on my own and I'm actually doing more of a commentary type thing, I even find myself doing it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to know, oh God, if that had gone in, that would have been a goal. I'm like, obviously,
That is natural. It's just when it's Michael Owen, it's attack on the senses. It's even worse when it's Michael Owen and Jermaine Genius with Lee Dixon on commentary.
Oh, not Lee Dixon, please. No.
He's on tonight with that Sam Matterface, but lucky we've got a proper pundit on commentary by the name of Ali McCoist. Luckily he is on tonight. He better get the World Cup final. Him and John Champion have got to be the commentators for the World Cup final.
Sam Matterface, if I'm honest with you.
I don't. I think he's an absolute. I don't like
Lee Dixon.
I think he's a criminal penis.
Either, but they're making some more substitutions. Argentina.
I would give the World Cup final commentary to either John Champion and McCoist or McCoist and Tilsley.
Yeah, I mean, you've got Tilsley. Don't get me wrong. He's the since John Motson retired, he is the number 1, isn't he? I
always liked John Motson's commentary. It was really good commentary the whole way through. Yeah. Oh, it's Lisandro Martinez even better.
Yeah, Paredes is off.
Ooh, that's a good change. So they've gone to a back 3 then.
Yeah, obviously Argentina now. I've forgotten the joke I was going to say. They're going to turn the dashboard lights off because there's no paradise on the pitch anymore. Meatloaf reference for people that aren't sure.
Great band. That's crazy as well. Paredes 94% pass completion and he covered 7.1 kilometers. That is impressive.
He's probably knackered.
Yeah. He does put in a proper shift in, but he represents that shit house area, but it's proper brilliant.
Ash says, can you give the minutes and seconds on the graphic? On the graphic it is 62, 32, 33, 34, 35. There we go.
And I'm 61, 52.
If anybody has ever seen or not seen it, Ali McCoist, when he does the breakfast, or when he used to, I don't know if he still does, used to do the breakfast show with Alan Brazil on Talk Sport.
He did.
And they did, it was an inspiration for something I did on one of my shows, but they did a all-time sort of a footballing Dogs 11. So the obvious one, Kenny Dalglish and things like that. And I mean, he cannot speak for crying, Ali McCoy.
He's a pure man of football when it comes to that. Like, he gets stuck in. I'm not a fan of Talksport. Like, I think they're shit, but I'm a fan of him. Like obviously the Rangers sense of it, and I'm not even going to acknowledge that, Doug. That is just mother of Christ.
Thing
Doug.
is, though, I was in Aldi earlier, and I trod on a grape. It didn't say anything. It just let out a little whine.
I'm not going to break. Nope. I'm not breaking.
You are.
I'm not going to break.
You know those things you see on TikTok, the Alan Shearer and Ian Wright trying to make each other laugh. Me and Doug are going to do one of those soon.
I just know you're going to try just to get me to break. I am not going to. But if I see one more Christmas or horrible joke from Doug, he was brilliant on Question of Sport up against that pathetic English rugby player.
Yeah. Totally. Although I used to like Emlyn Hughes on it, especially on that one with Princess Anne. That was good.
Oh, that was not wrong in any shape or form. Like, that was quality. Yeah. McCoy's is like whether it be punditry or commentary, he's a good footballer. The only thing he never did right was coach Brownlee. He only did 2 good years coaching the Rangers. His third year was ridiculous. But it says it all. It's 65. Well, it's about 65 minutes coming to the game. It's 64 minutes for me now. Argentina so far 9 shots because they've just had one there. 6 on target. Croatia have yet to have a single shot on target. How the fuck are they going to get a goal back?
Exactly. Exactly. They again. This is a team in the World Cup semi-final, but are they just not that good at getting shots on target, or are Argentina being excellent at stopping them?
I would normally like to give the team winning praise, but I'm going to be harsh here. I blame it all on Croatia. They've got just as good a team, and
Don't be harsh. That's what I said about the semi-final. Remember?
Yeah, like they've got a team just as good in that sense. They've got a brilliant talisman in Modric, and it's just nothing's happening. All these attacking changes, and you'd think they'd know where the net is, but half the time they're either trying to play rugby, or they're trying to play who's the goalkeeper, because they're not getting anywhere. It's not good at all, and.
One thing as well. One thing that's really worried me.
What's that?
We are in a cost of living crisis, and I was worried that Santa's sleigh. Every year it's got to have a service, and he took it along. To Quick Fit to get service, and he said, "I hope it's cheap because I can't afford it." And I said, "Don't worry, it's your sleigh. It's on the house."
Nope. I'm not. You're not going to break me.
I nearly got you.
I reckon you just could, though. I'm lucky I can't see the live chat because they bastards will be at me in the live chat. I know it. I will not be broken. Steadfast.
We'll get you before the end.
If you do, I will applaud it, but it's not going to happen.
This one will get you from Doug.
Wow. Shocking.
Well, because the Australia and the Welsh teams were staying at the same hotel, and they were trying to have a bit of fun, and they tried to cross the sheep with a kangaroo, and they ended up with a woolly jumper.
Mm-hmm.
Go on, you wanna. Let it go. Anyway, back to the match. This is all Doug's fault. We did not have a joke until Doug said one, did we?
Yeah. Oh, Beckham's in the stands. Nice. Keep him on TV just for another 5 minutes. No, fuck Messi.
What? Joe Lycett was a little bit upset at him, wasn't he?
Yeah. He's upset everybody these days.
I don't think he has shredded £10,000 at all. I think that was all a publicity stunt.
Yeah.
So we've just had the first yellow card of the game.
Yeah, 68 minutes it took.
Mm.
And it was fun enough, the one player that I expected to get a booking that I said at the very beginning of the game, Romero.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
He sliced right into Petkovic. There was no need for that. He could have just let him go past him because he's got two defenders behind him. Like Argentina sitting there in a bank of five. Oh, why did I have to look up again? That is game over. That's it.
Oh, I was looking at a fact there. 3-0.
I was about to say something. I looked up and seen it. Yeah, I seen this. That's it. It's a fact. Like
Messi down the far side on the edge of the box. Oh my God, he's twisting and turning. He's got passes it back. Alvarez scores. It's an assist from Messi, but there's no way you can call that an assist. That was absolutely superb from Messi. If you think that Maradona's second goal against England after he cheated the first goal was amazing, you wait till you see that run.
I'm watching it now. That is Vardyl has just been done and done. Like he is literally just been taken to a confession stand and forced to confess his sins because he's just been confessed for poor defending. Brilliant movement by Messi.
I mean, nobody else could do that but Messi at the moment.
And this is the point I was referring to about Harry Kane. I was on last night's show that I'm bringing up again, where I said there's world class players and there's very good players, and I said Harry Kane, in my opinion, is not world class. And the reason he's not is because Messi's just proven it. World class players determine games when it matters most. Croatia, even though they're not had a shot on target, they still had plenty of time where if they had got one goal, Argentina will know their heads and they bottle it, they will drop. They could have maybe forced a second. Messi's decided to hell with this. Brilliant touch from Alvarez as well to get the ball to Messi. After that, his runs there, they're not even looking at him. They're all focused on Messi, exactly what he wants. Alvarez slips in beautifully behind them. Nobody's even bothering to look at him. And that run-in as well there from Enzo Fernandez is brilliant because it's forced him to not even consider Alvarez as well. Lovren as well. Like, he should have done better. He should have closed. I personally think Lovren was 10 yards off. He should have closed that run. But they've let him through too easy. Rightfully so. 3-0 Argentina. It is game over. And Argentina's second World Cup final in 8 years.
Yeah. I am going to say that, I admit I did not get unless Croatia get a goal, I didn't get the score right. But I did get half of it right.
I don't know, it's so difficult not to look smug at this point.
Otamendi's just been booked for Argentina. I mean, they're winning. Why are they sort of doing that? I mean, get sent off. You missed the World Cup final.
Yep.
I don't. Well, let's just see some comments about the goal. Revenge for 2018. Indeed, it is, Doug.
Yeah, bang on. It was 3-0 finished last time as well.
What was the revenge for 7 points for the Mexican away shirt, I wonder? David says all of Croatian hype has now gone down the toilet. Now's got Messi. Brilliant from Messi. The Magician. Game, set and match. Argentina, and well deserved as well. Brilliant Messi assist. It was indeed. Is that true, Naz, about Australia? I didn't know that. James says, if a stag night goes wrong, what do we say? Oh dear.
I like not the acknowledgement. I like the use of stag there because obviously stag being a reference to a bachelor's last night before his life is ruined, and stag being actually no, it depends on the person your life is ruined, and stag being the alternative word for deer. So I like that. Very well used.
That's true.
It depends on the person if your life is ruined.
What do you call us? What do you call a deer with no eyes?
Bambi. Well, I would have said Bambi.
No idea, of course. Argentinian fans are enjoying themselves now, and quite right as well.
Croatia, as they've taken, obviously they've taken the free kick. They finally got a first shot on target at least. Only took them 72 minutes, but respectfully, they could end up winning it now. Yeah.
I don't think James did a spoiler, did he? I missed it if he did.
I can't see it, so I can't defend it.
No.
Sorry.
No.
That free kick was terrible, though. Like, what's he doing hitting across the ground? He ain't going to get much. Get up in the air.
Doug said, oh, God. Why doesn't Santa eat junk food? Because it's bad for your health. Who's been shopping today and got a box of crackers that he's opened early, eh?
See? My man. You blame me.
Yeah. So, that's bad news then about Australia, Naz.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I had read it and I was going to put it up and I actually just missed it out. But that is not a bad one, Ash, that one. Modric was recently red carded in a men versus women football match. He was sent off for Argentina. Nate says Alvarez man of the match. I think Messi will get it, but
I think it's good for this. Oh, they're bringing on Palacios. Oh, he's a brilliant young central midfielder. He's one I recommend keeping an eye on. And finally, Dybala's getting game time long enough. No, personally, I think Alvarez has been outstanding, but I still think Messi's been he's been the real difference. So I think he's got 2 goals, but I'd honestly still give man of the match to Messi.
I think so.
I'm just glad Dybala and Palacios have finally got minutes for this team. But still, shockingly, no Angel Di Maria.
They don't need him though, do they?
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
I wonder if he'll play in the final.
Well, he's definitely an option. I mean, he didn't last long at Manchester United, did he? I remember him scoring an absolute stunner against Leicester. That was in the game when we beat the chip 3, just in case you were wondering. I thought I'd mention that.
Well, I'll never forget that shock result. Literal shock.
But in fairness, Di Maria's goal, I had to applaud. I was in the crowd and he scored it, and I just had to applaud it. There's sometimes an opposition goal is so good because, you just got to say it was a good goal, and we did with that one. It was, and then he never kind of went on from that, did he?
Yeah, the only thing he's done since really is he excelled in France, but that's questionable. He's done well. Now he's obviously in Italy, but
not sure about that, Naz.
He hasn't done anything in this game for me.
No,
to signify him being worthy of man of the match. Naz, he's done nothing.
Would you add him onto the list of players that hasn't turned up this tournament, Modric?
I'm not sure. In this game, definitely, but throughout the tournament, he's been there. But I can see what you mean. I don't know.
Because there's some big names that haven't turned up, isn't there?
There has been a lot of them, yeah. The short, quick passing of Argentina is absolutely. It reminds me of that Spain team, like from 10 years ago. It's just short, precise, accurate. This is what I always liked about Argentina. There's so many weapons in this team that you'd think it'd be illegal to bring World War III to the World Cup.
I thought that when Germany played Japan, to be honest with you. But I mean, as I say, from a neutral's point of view, I mean,
I'm just glad that Man United players got in the World Cup final, if anything.
Nas said no, he definitely turned up this World Cup. He got Croatia to the semis. In it, well, no, I think penalties got them to the semis.
And it wasn't purely all down to him. This is like he's been contributing, but he hasn't really done a lot. I would say Croatia's best players at the tournament, even though he got rinsed by Messi, was Vardio and the goalkeeper Livakovic. They've been their best players, and Juranovic, the right back, who he's been excellent, even though he plays for Celtic.
That said, though, in fairness to Naz, just reading on the BBC website, Luka Modric is on the losing side here, but continues to lose class. A clearance drops to him and under pressure, but a touch and a flick later, he is carrying the ball clear.
He does do that really well. I just think this is the only game where he hasn't had the influence maybe he would have liked, but he's still a fantastic player. It's crazy he's still going at his age, but I think in this game, Argentina, they figured him out quite well.
Yeah. And I think as well, Naz says there, he did better than Ronaldo did in this year's World Cup. Ronaldo was definitely a player that didn't turn up for me.
That's for sure.
Yeah. I think the only one that was probably bigger than him, well, not bigger than him, but the only one that didn't really turn up as much was Bale. I said at the start of the World Cup, no Bale, no whale. And
I actually think there's another one personally, and it pains me to say it, but I have to. Thomas Muller.
Yeah.
I have
there's
to say he's
a lot of big names that just haven't. Yeah, I mean, Modric's then just a shot, and so, I should have laughed.
Over the Argentines was brilliant there as well. He just jumps over him.
Did you see that then? Have you seen it yet?
Yeah, when he jumps over them.
No. When he kicks the ball, Modric, it goes off the foot of an Argentinian and back and smashes him in the face.
Well, I've not seen it just yet, but I reckon because I'm not too far behind you, it's probably coming. Because he's on the ball now.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, so Ash was saying like Argentina coming, are getting good and coming good at the right time. That's what tournament football's all about. That's what Germany was so good at doing.
Yeah. So I'll begin that experience. Oh, I've just seen it.
Yeah, I know. You shouldn't laugh, but
I should, but you just can't help it. I just can't help it. But yeah, that's always been a German trait. Some tournaments start really well, some tournaments start really slow, but when they kick in the overdrive, that's it's hard to stop them. But
yeah,
there's just too little, too late in the last game. They should have got more goals against Costa Rica.
So 10 minutes plus any injury time.
How long we're going to get? It's an interesting one.
Kramaric has been very quiet in this game.
He has.
I think he's been their top scorer, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, one.
He's been very quiet. But I've got to give credit to Croatia because they've proved me wrong. They really have gone for it in this game. But like you say, maybe that was their downfall.
Yeah, I expected Argentina to come out and just get the game done, and that's what they've done, right and early, and it was the best decision. But they have just got it wrong. And Modric's last ever appearance at a World Cup final is ending with a substitution.
Yeah, Argentina have scored 12 goals in this tournament so far up until now. Lionel Messi has scored 5 of them. And has set up 4.
He's now I think he's now done more than Mbappe. I think Messi right now is winning the golden ball.
He is, yeah. I was saying he scored more goals at the moment. He is leading the golden boot.
It's as the commentators have been saying every game, it is the tournament for Messi. It's his tournament. Yes. Just like Maradona in '86, this is his in 2022.
Oh, don't talk to me about Maradona.
I don't think anybody can just say, as a person, maybe not the best, but as a footballer, just so far ahead of his time.
That should have been 4 then. Wait till you see this from Messi. Oof. He struck it beautifully, but it was just wide.
Yeah, I'm just watching now. They're building up from the back as per usual. Martin is at left back. Oh,
just said here. As if this night hasn't been bad enough for Luka Modric, he now gets the ball into the face. The BBC, I don't know, Nate. The BBC are saying Argentina have scored 12. Lionel Messi has scored 5 of them and set up another 4. He's leading the race for the Golden Boot now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
3 against Croatia, 2 against Holland. What was it? 2 against. I'm going to double check all their scores. I'm sure 12 is actually. Let's have a look. I'm pretty sure it is.
Argentina. Why are you looking there? Argentina are just toying with Croatia now.
They're taking the piss.
Yeah, they're like a cat that's found a mouse. They're just toying with them.
Yeah.
Oh, what a lovely block there from Argentina.
So Argentina's first game at the tournament, as we know, they lost 2-1 to Saudi Arabia. Messi scored the penalty. 2-0 against Mexico, so that's 3. 2-0 against Poland, that's 5. 2-1 against Australia, that's 7. 2-2 against the Netherlands, so that's 9. And then obviously the 3-0 currently against Croatia, and they've conceded 2, 3. They've only conceded 4 goals at the tournament. 12 goals, 4 conceded, and currently they're en route for a 3rd clean sheet. They are probably the best team at the tournament now. They've grew into it the right way.
Well, up to before this game, hang on a second, sorry. Hate it when they do that. When a video just loads when you go onto a page.
Yeah.
Before this game, Mbappe had 5 and Messi had 4.
Yeah.
So how many's Messi got in this game? 1?
Yes.
So it is 5 apiece then, Nate. You were right. So the BBC don't know the facts. Unless, and the only thing could be, here we go, because they say he's leading the race. So is it a case of if they're both on 5, it's decided by assists?
If it's for the golden boot, will definitely go to either or, depending on goals. But for the golden ball, assists do come into it. Yeah.
That's probably why he's leading then.
In goals and goal in GA contributions, he is clear of Mbappe. Mbappe only has, I think, 1 or 2 assists as well.
Yeah. Ash is just saying, no, Nate, you were right. Like you say, they both have 5. But that's the only reason I can think why the BBC put that, because they don't say he scored more. He's just said he's leading the race. But Ash is saying, forgetting Morocco, do Argentina beat France?
Good question. I'm not sure, but that would be some final. I don't know how the hell McAllister has managed to last this long. Like, he's not that good. I don't care if he plays for Brighton, but how he starts games ahead of the likes of Korea and all that is baffling when they're far better players playing for bigger clubs. It's mental.
Well, we know what international managers are like, don't we?
Aye, insane.
They are different. They are different. 4 minutes to go. And at 3-0, I'm going to have to award the competition for the correct goal scores to myself as being the nearest.
Wait, didn't somebody not say 3-0? Or did they say 3-1?
No, I went 3-1.
Yeah.
Nate went 2-1. Shane went 2-1. David went 2-0.
I went 2-1 as well.
Yeah, somebody else went 2-1. Travis went 1-0. Jeff went 2-0. You went 2-1. Naz went 3-1, but to Croatia. How's that stacking up, Nate? Doug went 2-1 to Argentina, and Ash went 2-2, and it will go to penalties with Croatia to win penalties. If you've got the lottery numbers for this weekend, Saint, keep them to yourself, eh?
Or rip your ticket and buy a new one.
Exactly. Coming up to it's 2.5 minutes left. I'm going to ask you as the guest for your man of the match. I think we know who it was. We touched on it earlier. But is that who you're sticking with?
Yep, I'm sticking with Lionel Messi. I'm
Yeah.
sticking with Messi.
I don't. To be honest with you, I think he deserves it. He does. I mean, no team are a one-man team, but he does give them something extra obvious. And I sound like Michael Owen here, but it's almost like the whole rest of the team are lifted when he's in there.
Yeah, he just gives them that extra. Well, even if we're not doing something, he's gonna step up, and 9 times out of 10 he does.
Yeah, a shot there from Croatia for Maya took a deflection, but it was easily saved by the goalkeeper. James said more Messi without a doubt. Jeff said he won the first half. Oh, you get half the winnings then, half of nothing, which is, believe it or not, nothing. Nate says, I don't know whether you will agree with this or not, Rhys.
True, but he's just he does, but he's just crap. And to be fair, Di Maria at times has played central midfield for Argentina. He played central midfield at the Copa America. But McAllister's just shit. Like, they've got better midfielders. Like Palacios even could have started.
We are in the last 30 seconds, ladies and gentlefolk.
Yep. They may as well just not give them any added on time. Croatia are out. There's no point playing the extra minutes. Just tell them just blow the whistle. They're already going home anyway. Don't prolong their pain any further. Let the Argies go and get hammered.
Croatia can come back from this.
Yeah. There's just no way.
"90 minutes on the clock." Croatian manager not looking a happy chappy.
5 minutes? Where are they getting 5 from?
Is it 5?
Yeah.
He must be ahead of me. It hasn't even come up on mine.
No, I was looking at the screen because I was looking at the stats.
Ah, right. Yeah, it is 5 minutes. You know what that means? Go on, say it. You know you want to. 5 minutes of ninja time. If you remember nothing else from this World Cup, you'll remember the Turtles.
Absolutely.
I remember I went to a fancy dress party once as a Ninja Turtle.
Did you?
Yeah. I had my girlfriend was riding on my back. Somebody said, "Who are you?" I went, "I'm a Ninja Turtle." I said, "Well, who's that on your back?" I went, "That's Michelle."
Good one.
Come on. That one deserves a laugh.
I'm just unbreakable. You can't break me, sir. You can't break me.
You say I can't break you, but if I put that along with this... I'll tell you didn't laugh at it.
That laugh is that laugh. Like, Maisie, you're phenomenal. Like, amazing, but your laugh is an attack on my senses. I can't take that laugh seriously. It's just too mental. I just to find a new laugh. She needs to find a new laugh.
Oh, it's a corner, I think. Corner in the last minute. Oh.
Yeah.
It's been, I've got to say, fair play to Argentina. I mean, come on, a consolation for Croatia, then I've got the score dead on, and then I can be smug for the whole weekend. Oh, Jeff, yes, they are. Oh, they can't even get a corner right here, Croatia. It's gone that far back. I thought the goalkeeper was going to come for it. But, oh, yes, Jeff, the Turtles will be coming home with me. The World Cup might not have been, but the Turtles are. Oh, that was like, come on. You were just going for glory then. Not quite sure what the Argentinians are doing there. What laugh was that, Ash? I don't remember. My laugh is boring. I haven't got a decent laugh at all. So, a minute and a half to go.
Yeah, not long to go now.
No, indeed. And I can't even say Croatia have been disappointing. They but like I say, maybe if they'd done this against Brazil, it would be Brazil playing Argentina now.
Yeah.
I mean, as a Brazil fan, you've got to be looking at this and thinking, bloody hell, if we turned up against Croatia, because Croatia, have Argentina, do you think, got out of second gear? Have they had to?
I don't think they have. Says a lot, really, doesn't it? I don't think they have.
No.
I think they've been comfortable.
Yeah, I think there's. Did you just message me? Oh, somebody's messaged me 6-0 to Croatia. I don't know who did that. Somebody's been drinking.
Probably a bit more than that, taking extra. But according to the screen, that's it. Argentina are back in their first World Cup final since Brazil in 2014.
Yeah. It is all over. Well done to Argentina. Like I say, not my favourite team by any stretch of the imagination. It was a good game though, and Argentina, you've got to say, deserved it, didn't they?
Yeah, 100%. They played the better football. They were more clinical, and they were decisive as well when it mattered the most, and that's the pale reflection of it. Another thing as well is that there's only one chance left for a team that has yet to win a World Cup in Morocco. They're the last chance for a team that's not yet won it, because if France make the World Cup final, then it'll be the team who makes it first. Who will be the first to make it free? Will Argentina win their third World Cup? They've not won a World Cup since 1986. Or will France win it? And France, obviously, 98 and 2018. Will France win their third before the Argentines? That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, and Doug said at the start, and I'm not having a dig at Doug, if you pardon. That's more of a pun than any I've cracked all night. Having a dig at Doug, but he did actually say at the start of the competition that he didn't think France would do well because of the winner's curse.
They've killed it.
Yeah, they have, haven't they?
Like, the French are strange. They start something and then they finish it themselves. Like, does this lot ever have a weakness? I mean, besides Alsace-Lorraine, do they have anything else worth fighting for?
No. You'll start another war. I mean,
wars have been won over historical accuracy.
But this Argentinian side, it's not the Argentinian side that we saw at the start of the World Cup when when Saudi Arabia came into town and beat them. They've completely matured as a team. They've turned it around and they're shown why they're rightfully up there. I had them in my final four. Now they're in the World Cup final. It's going to be interesting. I did when we did the prediction league. I had Brazil. I'm not going to lie. I can't lie because it's on camera. I had, believe it or not, a Brazil-England final. I'm not sure how I got to that. Where did I get Argentina? Oh, I got Argentina getting knocked out by Denmark. Bloody hell, I was way off with that one, wasn't I? Jesus. But I did fancy Argentina. And there's a little bit of me, as much as I don't like Argentina at all. They are on my list of 4 countries that I hate.
No, of course.
I want them to do well for Messi, especially because Ronaldo's not there and he would be absolutely rubbing his face in it.
Yeah, he will be.
But Rhys, thank you so much, sir, for joining us.
My absolute pleasure. Thanks for asking me to come back on. I always appreciate it. It's always a good laugh.
Always good to have you on. Always good. You know your stuff, sir. You'll be back on Sunday for the final.
I think so. Yeah, I just need to double check because I've been other things as well been asked of me as well, like going out, like dinner and all that stuff. So,
well, let me know. Let me know as soon as you know.
Yeah.
But kick off at 3, so I'm doing live at 2. But obviously, just come in like you did tonight, just before kick off. And I will see definitely, if not that, next Wednesday for the Big Fat Football Quiz.
Absolutely. I've got a lot of quizzes coming up. I've got 2 on Saturday that I'm hosting next week. I'm a man of quizzes, but I get so bloody competitive. Doesn't matter what the topic is.
Well, I've got a prize for the Big Fat Football Quiz. It is an England World Cup shirt.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the prize is weight because it's coming to Christmas and I could use some winter weight. So
no, and I'm joking about the shirt, by the way, as well.
Oh, thank God.
Details are in the description below on YouTube, but just give a shout out as to where you can be found, sir.
Yeah, you can find me on YouTube and Twitter at Devils Rising with a 1 because I'm the only one. And you can find me on the weekly Armchair Sports Talk on a Saturday at 4 o'clock. And additionally to that, you can also find me on Josh's channel, GVSH, on Monday nights for the World of Football podcast. But every opportunity I can to come on here to do a watch along or just a show in general with Chris, I enjoy the company, enjoy the banter. But apart from that, thanks for having me on. It's been a good laugh. And roll on tomorrow's second semi-final.
Yeah, indeed. It's always a pleasure having you on, Rhys. Always glad to have you back. Thank you so much. And it's going to have to be a good one to provide. It wasn't exactly full of excitement because it was literally over, I think, at half time. But as a spectacle, that was a good game.
100%. It had everything. I had feisty challenges. I had goals. I had suspense. Very welcome. Tomorrow's game needs to have so much more. That could happen.
Yeah,
it could happen.
I said when Morocco would play in Portugal, I said, there's still surprises left in this World Cup.
Yep, there still is, and who knows?
Yep,
Ziyech might make the World Cup final, not Kylian Mbappe, even though Mbappe's already got one. And there might be the year where Africa runs rampant.
Could be. Rhys, mate, I will let you go. Thank you so much, as I say. Be sure to go out and check Rhys's channels out and give them a subscribe. And I will see you, hopefully, fingers crossed, on Sunday, mate.
Yeah, see what I can do. I'll let you know in the meantime. But apart from that, thanks, guys. Stay safe and like, share, and subscribe to Leicester Till I Die. Even if you're not a Leicester fan, it's good football content.
Cheers, mate. Take care.
See you later.
Cheers. Bye-bye. Thanks to Rhys there. Absolutely top guy, even for a Man United fan. And a Scottish team, but I don't know which one it is. I will be back tomorrow. As we always say at the end of the credits at the end, I will be back tomorrow. Same time, 6:30 for France versus Morocco. I really would love to see Morocco get to the final, wouldn't you? If you haven't yet, like I say, please do subscribe to the channel. Hopefully, I've not checked, but hopefully I have done the 1.58. I was only one off it, so if you're new, please do. And yeah, thanks so much for coming on, Rhys. Really do appreciate it, mate. Thank you indeed. And smash the likes if you haven't, because that does help the channel as well. Argentina it is. Is it going to be Messi's cup? Or are Argentina going to mess it up? See what I did there? You see, if Rhys was still in, he would be laughing at that one. Thanks very much to everybody. Thanks to Rhys, to everybody in the chat. Too many to say thanks to individually. And like I said, I will see you tomorrow at 6:30. Good night. Take care. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
That's all, folks.
Thanks for watching Leicester Till I Die. This is Chris saying goodbye and see you next time.
Thanks for watching. These videos are tremendous. You better like them too, or I'll be back.
Leicester Till I Die TV. They think it's all over. It is.